Full disclosure received a 911 call from Los Angeles County Jail. Prominent antitrust attorney Richard I. Fine has been sentenced there for an indefinite period of time as a result of accusing the LA Superior Court judges of taking bribes from the LA County Board of Supervisors. On Tuesday, March 10th, Los Angeles Superior Court Judge David Yaffee sentenced Mr. Fine for contempt of court and sent him to jail. Mr. Fine made his 911 call from his cell in the LA County Jail, where he is still carrying on the fight.
Over $300 million has been illegally given to judges of the LA Superior Court by the Los Angeles County Supervisors. $300 million. Imagine what could have been done with that money.
We asked him to explain his situation.
And my contempt order is based upon the fact that Judge Yaffee, on that issue, the contempt order, is the one that took the illegal payments. So what they're trying to do, in my opinion, is they're now trying to block me from filing any type of a writ of habeas corpus in the federal court, because as soon as this writ would get to the federal court, this contempt order would be knocked out based upon the fact that a criticized judge cannot sit on a contempt hearing. And the case for that is Mayberry versus Pennsylvania, which is the United States Supreme Court case.
We asked him to describe his physical situation in the county jail.
And it's a 24-hour solitary confinement. I have not been out to do any exercise or breathe any fresh air. In the whole time I've been here, I've not been allowed to shave. I have had only one opportunity to have a shower the entire time that I've been here, and that was 2 days ago. A number of days when I was on the other floors, I didn't have any soap and nor towel or anything else, on this order, and nor utensils with which to eat. So you eat with your fingers. It's always very interesting. However, I can say that you can become very creative because you can end up using your milk carton as eating utensils. And in fact, you find very interesting ways to be creative when you're placed in these positions. And I'm now in a cell that does not even have a desk where you can eat. I'm supposed to eat on my bunk. I'm in a cell where where the hot water works, but the cold water doesn't work. And the hot water only works if you can keep your hand on the button. So these are the conditions that they're keeping me in. But the basic thing is that I'm being denied my First Amendment right to petition the government to get rid of habeas corpus.
We asked Mr. Fine to explain how the deputies in the jail are denying him his constitutional rights.
They are blocking me from doing any filing. They first did not give me any in pro per status to be able to file anything. They have not given me any pencils or any papers, any pieces of paper. They've had me in lockdown, 24 hours a day.
Improper refers to the constitutional opportunity for a defendant to represent themselves. As one criminal defense attorney told us, there are two kinds of rights: the constitutional right that you have and the constitutional right that you get. Apparently, Mr. Fine isn't getting what he's supposed to have.
And without writing materials or anything else, there's no way that you can actually put together a writ. And if they don't give you any pencils and papers, and they don't give you the petition forms, there's no way that you can put together the writ.
The conditions, are they imposed by the judge or by the overseers there, the sergeant?
Well, I think the conditions of trying to stop my in pro per status were probably imposed by the judge and the county. I think the deprivation part could be imposed by the judge and by Sergeant Levy, and clearly the part me from getting my writ of habeas corpus out and to keep me away from the pencils and the paper and everything else, that is probably, in my opinion, being used by the judge and by the county, to stop me from being able to get into federal court.
How long will this continue, we wondered? How far will the judges and the jailers go to break him and make him submit?
I think that basically they have shown how far they're willing to go by that they're willing to disbar me for as being the first person that came out and showed that they were getting the furthest extent possible to cover up and protect themselves with respect to the illegal payments.
Mr. Fine is in jail and unable to help fix the problem or even help himself. We ask him what the people can do to rectify this situation.
Contact your senators, contact your congresspeople. Let's have these judges indicted because they have immunity, but they did not have the decency to resign from their job. Let's get an honest judiciary back in California. Under the Code of Judicial Ethics, these judges are not competent to be able to sit as judges in California, from the Superior Court to the Court of Appeals to the California Superior Court.
Mr. Fine sounded the clarion call to all concerned citizens. He said we can restore our judicial system if we get actively involved.
It is time that we get the honest judiciary that we are supposed to have. We want that judiciary, but we want it without the judges who have taken the illegal payments. We want it without those people, without Justice George, without the people on the Supreme Court who have gotten those payments or have been involved in granting the immunity, without the justices on the Court of Appeal who have gotten the immunity for taking the illegal payments, and without the Superior Court judges who have gotten the immunity for taking the illegal payments. We want it deprived us of one of our basic liberties, and that right to have an honest judiciary. We have been deprived of this right for 20 years, and now is the time to bring an honest judiciary back to California, to get out from under this black cloud.
As revealed in prior full disclosure programs, the ACLU monitors the LA County jails for abuse and mistreatment of inmates. Full Disclosure has contacted the ACLU of Southern California, asking them if they were aware of Richard Fine's situation. Indeed, they were unaware and claimed that they would look into it. As of this moment, we haven't heard any response. We also contacted Michael Giannacco, head of the Office of Independent Review of the LA Sheriff's Department, who said he would get right on it. As of now, we've not received a follow-up report. In our latest contact with Mr. Fine's family, he has not had his in pro per rights reestablished. We want to know what you, the viewers, think. Please respond to our survey and be sure to leave your comments below. Number 1. Have you lost a lawsuit decided by an LA Superior Court judge who ruled in favor of the County of Los Angeles? Yes or no? Number 2, do you think that judges and jailers who deny in pro per rights to inmates should be punished? Yes or no? And number 3, do you believe the integrity of our court system has been undermined by judicial misconduct? Yes or no? I'm Leslie Dutton. Please be sure to leave your comments below.